On virtual reality, is this a consumer product?
Well, it's not a consumer product yet, which is one of the interesting things about it costing so much, is that this isn't even released to people yet. It's out for developers to play with. But, you know, it will be a consumer product, very much so. That's the intention. But at the moment, it is technically not.
David, I'm curious, again, as Tom mentioned, you wrote the book, The Facebook Effect. What's the effect of this purchase on Facebook?
Well, that's a great question because, in fact, I think one of the things that we're starting to see about Facebook, the company, is that Facebook, the service, is not the whole story. Now, this purchase, I think, has two goals. One is short-term, and a much bigger one is long-term. The short-term goal is Facebook's always made a lot out of games. The Facebook platform has been a critical platform for games. They want to build it to be a stronger platform for games. So I think they feel they can win with this purchase, even if the long-term vision of virtual reality does not pan out, as long as they have a better platform for games as a result of buying Oculus. The long-term vision is to basically create a new platform that could, in effect, even compete with the Facebook as we know it today as a platform for future interaction.
Willing to cannibalize itself. David, Bloomberg's Brad Stone sat down with the co-founder and CEO of Oculus, Brendan Iribe. Take a listen to what he said about the future of the design of the virtual reality headset.
Today it is very much a VR ski goggle, and in the future, a decade from now, our goal is to get it closer and closer to sunglasses. And you want, you know, blacked out Ray-Ban style sunglasses that look pretty cool, and anybody can throw them on anywhere, and they're wearable, and they're, you know, they're portable. You can throw them in your pocket, and then you can walk around. I mean, that's definitely a goal that we're working towards.
Future is a key word here, David, but is Facebook's purchase motivated more by fear than good business alignment? Because Facebook was notably late to the shift to mobile.
Well, no, because Mark Zuckerberg is, as far as I've ever seen him, never motivated by fear. It's just not the way he thinks. He is a consummate optimist. He's one of these people who always thought everything was going to work out when he was 19 and still today when he's 30, almost 30. So, you know, I think he believes the world is changing, that the future is going to be a kind of immersive togetherness that Facebook is going to facilitate in its goal to make the world more connected. And it's an optimistic long-term acquisition from that point of view.
David, to support your view, I just put out on Twitter, folks, Chris Taylor over at Mashable just wrote a fabulous essay on the silliness of the harping and criticizing of Mark Zuckerberg. David, if you were to speak to the critics, the techie critics of Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, what would you say to them?
Well, I always say, look at the results. He has a company with 1.2 billion users in 10 years. You know, how much can you really cavil about that? I mean, this guy is, I think, perhaps the most extraordinary company builder in human history in terms of number of customers over a period of time. And, you know, he is easy to second guess because a lot of us don't understand what he's doing. But, in fact, I think because I just sort of know the guy well enough that I have a certain faith in his, as I said before, optimism. He makes mistakes, but he is not doing it out of a defensive, money-grubbing, all these criticisms, you know, privacy-invading mindset that people assume and accuse him of.
Okay, but the people who do understand what he's doing do have some misgivings as well. There's been pushback for game developers. Well, for instance, the creator of Minecraft canceled plans to bring Minecraft to Oculus because he says, or he tweeted out, Facebook creeps me out. Isn't that a concern?
I saw that. It is. I think, you know, there's two things that I would worry about regarding this acquisition. And again, as Tom pointed out, $400 million for Facebook is a drop in the bucket, so they're not going to, like, lose their shirt over this. But number one, they don't even have a product at Oculus. So who knows what's really going to happen with this thing? That's a serious problem. And the other thing is, you know, can it be as successful inside Facebook as it might have been as a freestanding company? Because Facebook does generate all these concerns about privacy in particular, which is, I think, what Marcus Persson of Minecraft was talking about. That is a real concern, and we don't really know. I happen to think they'll probably be able to manage that.
Hey, David, will this product actually help Facebook make more money?
I would say if they didn't think that it would in the long run, even Zuckerberg's board would not have agreed to it. But I think Zuckerberg probably convinced the board that there's a strong enough case that this will make money in the long run in the virtual reality landscape sort of platform point of view standpoint, and in the short term through gaming that they think they can justify it. But could I just say one other thing about the company and how it's perceived?
Yes.
It was fascinating this week that Sheryl Sandberg was out being praised for not having colluded over the earnings of engineers the way that almost every other major tech company in Silicon Valley did. That makes them look good from an ethics and even privacy invasion point of view. So their image is not a clear-cut one.